It's Remy and Casey, and Hot Country Nights 2023 starts tonight with our good friend Clay Walker.
That's great to be here, Remy.
How are you doing?
Great. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
I'm going to ask, first and foremost, because I don't know this about you. I know you're from Texas. So are you a Cowboys fan or are you a Texans fan?
That's a good question.
I'm a Texans fan.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'm from that area, though, the Houston area. But I grew up loving the Cowboys, but I'm a Texans fan for sure.
So we've got the Cowboys in the playoffs. The Texans are not. Is this something? Is this something where you'll? Is this something
Casey,
where
is he
you?
always this rough?
He is. He gets right into it.
I just want to know who you might be rooting for in the playoffs, or if you watch football.
Oh, yeah, I love football. Texas Cowboys.
All right.
100%.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
Texas through and through. So you've got 7 kids. Casey and I talk about this frequently. She doesn't have kids. I have 2.
Yeah.
And I got to say, it's a lot. So I can't even imagine what 7 is like. But they say that once you go past 2, it's all
all
the
breezy.
same.
They start
after
taking
that.
care of
Yeah.
each other.
Is that true?
I don't think having kids is a breeze. You know, it's really tough on the mom. You know, I think if you got a great mom, then it's pretty easy for the dad. You know,
Yeah.
So I mean, my wife's great. We have great kids too because of her. So I'm blessed. You know, I look at that. You know, today. I mean, I was at home today. You know, flew in here just a few minutes ago, and here we are. But I can't wait to be with them. You know, so for me, I love spending my time with my kids and my wife. Yeah.
Do you feel like you tour less or try to be on the road less because you have a family, such a big family at that?
You know, it's tough for every entertainer.
Yeah.
I mean, we all wish we could be home more, but honestly, you know, your calling is music, and it calls us out here on the road. You know, and I think there's for our mental health, you know, we have to do it. We have to be gone, but we miss our families, and then when we're home, we make sure that time is quality time.
Well spent. Yeah.
So we know that Nashville is kind of the bachelorette capital of the world now. It's changed a lot over the years, and I know you're not necessarily, in like a Nashvillian per se, but have you seen it? You've obviously seen it change from, when you first started your career to
wow.
now. Do you like it better then? Do you like it better now? Is traffic's worse?
Well, I could say this, nothing stays the same ever. We're all changing, and I think Nashville still has that charm. The city has grown it's so big now. I mean, the airport's cram-packed, the highways are cram-packed, but nothing's worse than Houston traffic, where I'm from. So I could say that it still has this charm. Yeah, I did when I first started going to Nashville, and when I got a record deal, it was a lot less crowded, and there was some coolness to it, even back then. But I see the attraction, and I don't blame people for wanting to be there. And I love people, so it's all the same.
So I heard your story about how you got your first single on the radio, knocking on the window of the radio station, like, "Hey, will you play this?" The entry point's a little bit different for people these days. They can just upload their music to the internet, and they can become a star on the internet. I mean, how do you feel about that change?
I think that's incredible, and I think it's what the fans want. They want instant access to music they love, to the artists that they love singing it. I came up through the terrestrial radio airplay, though. That's how I did it, and I wouldn't change that for anything in the world, because the relationships that I made with people like you, Remy, and people like you, Casey, those are priceless. And that's who I am. I'm a product of that era, but I'm not against the one that's out now. And I have a huge TikTok following, so I love the social media because it allows me direct access to those fans immediately. So yeah, I don't knock it. I think it's awesome.
We love an artist that can evolve that way, because that's awesome. All we do is scroll through TikTok. Are you like a scroller, or you just post your own stuff?
Oh no, I'm a scroller.
You get lost in it?
I definitely get lost in TikTok. There's so many shorts and different things that are just awesome about TikTok. Not just music. That's why I mainly do it. But I love. There's some big time TikTokers out there. That
do you feel like you've learned anything new from TikTok, or you've been scrolling and suddenly you're down a rabbit hole you never thought you would end up on?
That happens a lot.
That happens a lot.
but it's fun. I what I like about TikTok probably more than any other platform is on the other platforms, people try to do perfect pictures, perfect this, perfect that. TikTok is all about raw.
Yeah.
It's just there. I think we have like 1.4 or 5 million
That's
followers
awesome.
Oh my
on TikTok. And
gosh.
so I'm like, hey, this is my home.
I love that.
I bet you never thought you'd say I'm big on TikTok. I'm Clay Walker.
Well, I was one of the first guys on it, in country music, and we had a great team around us that had that insight. They're like, man, I think you're gonna like this platform. Man, I got on it. It was like crack. I was just addicted.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta do this.
Well, they say that the algorithm knows you better than sometimes your family members, and I end up on marching band TikTok all the time. I'm like, I don't
know because I'm on prison TikTok all the time.
Well, I think it listens to you for sure.
Oh, it does.
It's
Yeah.
all AI. But the coolest thing is whenever I'm doing a duet with somebody who likes one of my songs.
Yeah.
I get on there, do the duet, and you can see the instant gratification, instant happiness, and that's joyful for me. My life is bringing joy to people. I mean, is every day happy? No, but sometimes I put that on TikTok too, so I'm pretty real with it. What's crazy to me is how much I love using chainsaws and, processing firewood, and people actually like watching that stuff with me on TikTok, so that's fun too.
There's actually a guy on TikTok that chops wood with his shirt off. Is that
up
your
your
next
alley?
move or?
Yeah, that might be my next move. This 19 pack. I'm a little more modest than that.
Yeah.
But I love this guy. His name is Buckin' Billy Ray.
Okay,
He is
yeah.
so fun. And I actually reached out to him through TikTok, and he's coming over to my house. He's gonna teach me how to really be a lot better, a lot safer at what I do, because I
Nice.
need these things. I need this
Yeah.
face and the neck and all that.
That's true.
See, not only is Clay huge on TikTok, now he's collaborating. So
And I like that too.
Yeah.
So send a duet to Clay Walker because chances are he's probably going to see it.
That's
Yes.
right.
Maybe do something
That's
with
right.
it.
well, Clay, awesome to have you here tonight. Awesome for you to kick off Hot Country Nights. Have a good show, man.
Man, I'm so proud to be part of Hot Country Nights, and if you guys are involved in it, I definitely want to be involved in it, right? And thank you to WIL for everything you guys have done for me throughout my whole career. You've been there since the very beginning, so it's nice to see you still there.
You got it. We're big fans. Clay Walker.